All right, it's time for another short video update, and we made it.
We did. We're in hot and humid Bangkok.
Yes, well, I love it. But when we got here, let's back up to Wednesday. My parents took us to the airport.
Yes. And we stopped at Logan's on the way there to make sure we got one last good steak before we left the country.
Yeah, and got to the airport, got all the bags checked, no issues. Gwen spent so much time getting everything ready ahead of time and just organized, so it went smoothly. We ought to write a book about how to travel overseas.
Well, and I have to add, this was the first time ever since we came to Thailand that I actually got to sleep the night before we left. I'm usually packing all night, but this time I managed to get it all done. Of course, there's only 2 kids coming back with us, so that made it a little easier.
Yeah, made it less anyway. I think it made it harder, but
in some ways.
Yeah. We got here about 10 o'clock in the morning, and here it was Friday morning, and had several missionaries show up to help us with our bags. And we always have more people show up than what we need, and they are a welcome party. It's always a good opportunity for those missionaries who are here also. Go to the airport and welcome the missionaries coming back to the field. It's encouraging to everybody, and we surely appreciate those. You know who you are. Thank you for coming and meeting us. Gwen rode in one car, I rode in one, Kayla was in one car, and William was in another, and they all got us back here to the house. And when we got here, we came into the house.
Well, we opened the door, and the musty smell that came out was enough to just about turn your stomach.
So there's some leakage in the house, and this is rainy season. There was... We didn't know how many dead roaches.
No, and there was a layer of mildew on practically everything. And this is the first time this has ever happened. So we were somewhat shocked.
Yeah, and it was the carcass of a squirrel.
Yeah.
He didn't make it. And we got all that cleaned up, and it took all day, Friday and Saturday. And we were jet lagged, I think, Saturday morning about 1 o'clock in the morning. We came downstairs, had coffee, and started cleaning. And yeah, we were busy, pretty early. So Sunday, we went to church Sunday morning. I preached Sunday night on Zoom.
At the regular time, not at 5 a.m.
Right, which for me was worse, because here at 6 p.m., it felt like to me I had been up all night and that it was 5 a.m. So this time change is taking a little getting used to. But had the Sunday evening service, that went well. Monday, what did we do?
I have just been unpacking and finally got the last bag unpacked. We have been doing everything from Randy getting new SIM cards for our phones to get them to work, to getting apps restarted on our phones so we could order food to have it delivered, and groceries. So
we did some shopping. Saturday, I forgot, we went and made a visit. We actually made our first visit. And visited a family, spent a couple hours with them. I think we were not very good fellowship because we were just half asleep, but we wanted to go meet them. Monday, I went and met another family. Tuesday, I went to the Immigration Detention Center. One of the men who's in our Pakistani ministry and has been here for 10 years is finally making his way into Canada. He will legally immigrate. They're leaving a week from yesterday. Mm-hmm. And so I had to take him to the Immigration Detention Center to pay some fines and do some paperwork. Took another guy there that's out on bail. He did some paperwork. And so did some running around. And that brings me to the van. We bought that van about 10 years ago, and we've just run the dog out of it. The speedometer quit working about 8 years ago. So I don't know, I don't know how fast I'm going, but when you're in traffic, it doesn't matter. But I don't know how many miles are on the van. Why don't you go turn that off? My wife's alarm's going off. So the van is on its last leg, and that's something we're gonna have to address that. The air conditioner's out on it, the clutch keeps going out on it. Another missionary borrowed it while I was gone, put a battery in it, and the brakes are going out, the suspension is going out, one of the bench seats is broken, the sliding door doesn't work right, the windows won't close. It's just too much.
It has served its purpose well.
Yes. It definitely is going to heaven for having died on the mission field. But we're going to just keep on using it. But we need a vehicle. That's one thing I want you guys to pray about. That's a need that I would like to share with you. And then just pray for the ministry. We're getting back into the swing of things, making visits and planning things out for the next 3 months. What else do we have? About it?
We're just trying to get into a new routine, a new schedule. Since 3 of the kids are not here, we have an empty bedroom, so I finally have an office now, and school can take place in there, so I've been working on getting that set up, and it's just every day literally is a different schedule. So if we can, that's what we're doing, getting the kids through school by lunchtime, and then from lunchtime on, every day is different.
Yeah. It is really nice, though, to be able to chat with the kids and have
Yes.
the technology available. And I'll tell you something that really makes the whole thing easier for us, being so far from our kids, is just that they're doing so well. And they're serving the Lord, and they're doing good in school. And that really makes things a lot easier.
Yeah.
And
I've only had one breakdown since we got back.
well,
I got everything out to make taco soup and then realized, I'm cooking for 4, not 6. So
she got a big old pot of taco soup. We'll
we
be
almost
eating it.
made too much.
Yeah. And that was tough. For me, I think it was going to a restaurant. Sunday afternoon, we went out to eat, and I walked up, and they said, how many? And it was 4. And so that's taking some getting used to for us.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of you have been through the same thing as your kids leave home.
It's the silly things that catch you sometimes.
Yeah. And it's just really far away. It's really far away, and we can't get to them anytime soon, and they couldn't get to us if they had to. So just pray for us going through all of that here on the mission field too, and then all the other regular stuff. But we're super happy to be back. I'm telling you, I am, getting up and doing all of these meetings on Zoom and preaching in churches in the States and traveling and all of what we were doing. We didn't get any rest on furlough.
No, we had to come back to rest.
Yes. But boy, the Lord blessed. We raised a lot of new support, and I think long term that's really going to be a blessing. And
Thailand is officially open for visitors again.
October 1st.
October 1st.
Right.
There's no vaccinations, no COVID testing that has to be done. You can come in and get a visa on arrival that is now for 45 days instead of 30.
So come see us.
And yes, and you don't have to wear a mask outside, but most businesses still require them inside. So
Right.
we're back in that land.
It's better though. It's way better than it
way
was
better.
the last time we left here. I guess we've kind of rambled on in this video, but this is the first one since we got back, and we had a lot transpire, and I'm sure we skipped a lot of stuff that we could have put in the video. We just want you all to know we got here, we're here safely, we got all our bags, and Gwen's still unpacking and getting things finished up here in the house. But we are full throttle in service. We've got meetings, about 5 meetings that we're doing a week plus. We're scheduling up, visiting people in their homes, doing discipleship, praying with people, encouraging them, and then dealing with all of the issues that refugees deal with, plus the regular work that we're doing in the local church. So thank you all for helping us get back. And we're looking forward to making another video next week and letting you all know what's going on. Thank you for your faithful prayers, and thank you for your financial support. We couldn't do it without you. God bless you.